Hi everybody, here we are, Sunday afternoon, Valentine's Day. It's getting close to sunset now, and we're just peacefully sitting here, contemplating, not a lot, but then, you always find little nuggets too in the simple side of life as well. So, are you with us, Nicky?
Only just because I was drifting and musing as you were too, and one of the words you said was flow, and that put me into something. And I remember in the late 60s there was a saying that really stuck with me. Don't push the river, it flows by itself. And I think that's very poignant at this time, because it's the hardest thing for people to do is to let go and to allow things to be as they are, because we've been taught to contrive, to plan, to manipulate, to arrange, to focus on the detail so our plans can be fulfilled. And what we're being asked to do now, as we tune in to more of who we are, is to put those tendencies aside. And it is like being in the river on a boat, and instead of trying to go upstream, is just to sit in the boat and allow the boat to float down the river. And if you really want to go and visit something to either side, you just turn the boat towards the side and let the river take you, rather than paddle furiously. And so it's this letting go, realizing that there is a great flow of energy that flows through everything, and it flows through you and I all the time now. And so we have to let go. And the paddling furiously, and especially the paddling furiously upstream, is reflected in the way we still cling to our emotional tides and our beliefs, as if we lost them, somehow we'd lose ourselves. But the truth is, we're in the river. We're on the river, in the river, and flowing. And the river flows, and it's going exactly where, in our deepest knowing, we want to be. And so we're at the stage now where we're really having to get to know our mind, our thoughts, and our emotions. And so these emotions are arising of their own accord, whether they're triggered by something or not. Those triggers are perfectly placed to bring the emotions up that have actually held us back or kept us paddling upstream. And the emotions are the motion behind the thoughts. Because thoughts are electrical, emotions are magnetic. And so everybody, in one way or another, are experiencing the emotions rise. And just in the same way, to make progress in the river, you allow the river to take you where it's going. The same with emotions. the way to handle emotions is to feel them, and instead of focusing on the trigger, just feel the feeling of that emotion. And it's passing through our body, so that emotion is experienced as bodily feelings. And if you sit with it and watch the feeling in the body rather than placing your story on it, linked to some trigger, which really isn't important at all. But if you sit with the feeling of the emotion as a bodily feeling, it begins to change. Sometimes it just disappears just like that. Other times it shifts in the body as an ache or a pain or a tension or a stress. And if you watch it and be with it for a while, it begins to dissipate, because emotions are energy in motion in the body, and this amazing body of ours is transmuting everything that is and was the baggage which kept us paddling upstream. So the emotion, if you like, is a human version of that flow. And as a flow, we will experience those emotions as up and down, as strong and weak. And if we don't give story to them, then they give us a lead in to our experience in any given moment. You see, we came into this reality to experience contrast. That's what this reality is about. Contrast. Black, white. On, off. Up, down. And the millions of other ways that contrast expresses itself. And our mental mind cannot exist without a contrast. We understand everything, and we have constructed everything based on this contrast. And we can't get away from it because it's the nature of this reality. So it's like you can't fight. You can fight, but look where it's taken us. So give up the fight. Get into the flow and allow that this universe has nothing but, or wants nothing but to give you.
Thank you, Nicky. That was lovely. And today I've been in a very peaceful state. But this afternoon, all of a sudden I felt this emotion rising in me. And it came up and up. And what is this all about? And for a minute there, my mind started looking, well, what is it? What's this? What's this? And then I thought, no. Just let it come up. And a few tears rolled down. And it just dissipated. And it was back to peace again. And we don't even need to know what a lot of this is all about. Passing energies. It could be the neighbour, whoever, but or something deep within that I didn't need to know about. I just needed to let go. So that's lovely. I hope this has been helpful to you. So all our love and light and blessings from us to you. So be it.